So when you guys are ready, just find a comfortable seated position on the mat. Bring the hands to the knees. And start circling the head around, warming up the neck. Exhale forward, inhale back, moving with your breath. Taking full exhalations as the head moves forward, full inhalations as the head moves back. And then circle the opposite direction. Exhaling forward, inhaling back. Bringing the head back to center. Start circling the torso. Inhale as you move forward. Exhale, rounding all the way back. Moving with your breath. And circle the opposite direction. Inhaling forward. Exhaling, rounding back. Making your way back to center. And dropping the right hand to the mat. Inhale the left arm up. Exhaling, leaning over to the side, reaching all the way out through the fingers. Inhale up. Exhaling, leaning over to the other side, reaching out through the fingers. Moving with your breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. If you'd like, you can turn the gaze up. Look up at that top arm. Really stretching down the side of the body. Making your way back to center. And coming up onto hands and knees. Wrists under the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. You can come onto the fists if that's more comfortable. And inhale to cow, let the belly sink down as the head comes up. Exhale to cat, round the spine, reach all the way toward the ceiling, tuck in the chin. Move with your breath. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Reach all the way down with the belly. Reach all the way up with the spine. And making your way back to center, moving into rolling cat. Move off in one direction. Bring the chest toward the mat as low as you can go. Move the opposite direction, round all the way up. Making big circles, inhaling down, exhaling, rounding up. And circling the opposite direction, inhale the chest down, exhale, round all the way up. Making your way back to center. And inhaling, extending that left leg back behind, right arm out in front of you. Sunbird, reaching out through the fingers, flexing the back foot, reaching back through the heel, reach out through the crown of the head. Keep the neck long in line with the spine. Pull the belly in, engage in the core. Good, take a deep breath in. Exhale, keep the back flat, keep the core engaged nice and tight. Bring the elbow and knee together toward the center. Inhaling back out. Good, so the torso stays still here. Just move the arm and the leg together. Pull the belly toward the spine. Reaching out through the fingers, back through that back heel. Pausing here. Dropping the right hand down. Bend that left knee. And then lifting the knee up and down. Keeping the hips squared with the mat. Working the back of the leg, the glutes. And then dropping that left knee back down toward the mat. Extending the right leg back behind, left arm out in front of you. Stretch out a little bit further with each exhalation. Keep the neck long in line with the spine. Keep the back flat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring the elbow and knee together toward the center. Inhaling, reaching back out, keeping the torso tight. Nice and still. Exhale in, inhale out. Reaching out through the fingers, back through the back heel. Pause here. Drop the left hand down, bend the right knee, flex the foot, and then press the heel up and down. Lift the knee up and down. Moving at your pace. And bringing the right knee down toward the mat. Curl the toes behind you. And rolling up onto the balls of the feet, straightening out the legs. The belly to sink down toward the thighs. And then exhaling, bending the knees, rolling up onto the toes. Inhaling, straightening out the legs. Keep the belly pressing toward the thighs. Exhale, bend the knees, rolling up onto the tips of the toes. Good. And inhaling, straightening out the legs. Just kind of holding here, let the belly sink down. Hands can stay on the mat. You can grab the toes, you can grab the backs of the legs, you can grab the elbows, just bouncing a little bit if you'd like. Slight bend in the knees, and slowly rolling up. As you come up, roll the shoulders down the back, clasp the fingers together behind you, opening the chest, the heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling, folding forward, move the head toward the knees. Pull the hands forward, stretch to the shoulders, head and neck, just relax down. Legs stay straight, hips right over ankles. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slight bend to the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms in front of you. Let the hips sink down, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink as low as you can. Arms can be straight out. You may have the third eye here, the forehead, or at the heart, whatever feels best for you. But maybe rolling up onto the toes, challenging your balance here. And then lowering the hips back down toward the heels, rolling up onto the toes if you're not already there. Hands to the heart. Finding a balanced position here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the hands down. Finding a seated position. Extending the legs out in front of you. Arms out to the sides, palms forward. Relax the shoulders down, and then double twist here from one side to the other. The arms stay straight, fingertips to fingertips. Make sure you're twisting at the waist, not just moving the shoulders here, not just moving the arms. Chest stays nice and open, shoulders stay wide. Keeping that straight line, fingertips to fingertips. Making your way back to center, bringing the hands back behind you, fingers facing towards you. Draw the shoulder blades together, open through the chest, through the heart, maybe the hips lift, for Uttanasana. And exhaling, lowering the hips down toward the mat. Inhale, flex the feet. Exhaling, folding forward, reaching toward the toes. Let the belly just sink down toward the thighs. Good. And slowly rolling up. Making your way down onto your back, bringing the arms up overhead, reaching up nice and long here, and then exhaling, sitting up. Inhale, folding forward, belly toward the thighs. Good, exhale, round the spine, inhale, the arms up overhead. So Pilates, roll up here, just moving at your pace. Keep the legs nice and heavy. Keep the leg muscles, the thigh muscles, the hips relaxed. Make all the movement come from the core, from the belly, from the lower back. Maybe you can keep the heels flat. And next time you're on the back, just holding there, reaching up through the fingers, down through the toes, stretch long. Exhale, bring the arms by the sides, palms down. Extend the left leg up over the hip. Press the belly down, flatten out the lower back, and then circle the foot inward. Keeping the belly pressed down, keeping the back flat. Good, circling the opposite direction. Lower back stays nice and flat on the mat. Really press that belly down. Bringing the leg back to center, tuck the knee in toward the chest, tug it in nice and close. And lace the fingers up on top of the shin, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift the head and shoulders up, press the belly down, flatten out the lower back. Switching the legs here, single leg stretch. Keep that lower back flat. If it's lifting, maybe just move the legs a little bit higher here. The closer the feet are to the floor as you extend the leg, the harder the core muscle is going to work, but you want that lower back to stay in the mat. Bending both knees in toward the chest, press the belly down, flatten out the back. Inhale, both arms up overhead, both legs down the mat. Exhale, pull the knees in. Inhaling out, exhaling in. Taking full inhalations, full exhalations. Bending the knees back in toward the chest, extending that right leg up, left leg down the mat, flatten out the back, switching the legs here, keeping the belly pressed down, back flat. By bringing both legs back up to center, drop the head and shoulders down, arms by the sides, palms down. So you can stay right here, or you can lift the hips up for shoulder stand, only if you're comfortable with it, only if it feels okay for the neck. Otherwise, stay on the back, just keep the belly pressed down, back flat. And then bicycling the legs here, making big movements. Using your full range of motion. And bicycle the opposite direction. Bringing the legs back together, pull the belly in tight, scissoring the legs front to back, or if you're on the back, up and down, keeping that back flat. If you're in shoulder stand, keep the belly pulled in, stay straight as you can. And bringing the feet back together, take a deep breath in. Exhaling, rounding the spine, slowly rolling down, lowering the hips down toward the mat, bending the knees in toward the chest. Then walk the arms straight out from the shoulders, palms down, fingers walk all the way out, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let the knees drop over to the left as you turn the gaze, look over the right shoulder. Maybe kicking that top leg out and in, and inhaling the knees back up. Exhale, let the knees drop to the right, pause here, or add that kick, and then inhaling back up. Moving at your pace with your breath. Exhale the knees down, inhaling up. Working on the waistline. Next time the knees have been on the right side, let's make your way back to center here. And then bringing the arms by the sides, palms down, drop the feet down toward the mat. Relax the shoulders down, relax the upper back, and then all the way down to the tailbone. Toes pointed forward, feet no wider than the hips, knees pointed straight up. As you inhale, lifting the hips up for a bridge, reaching up as high as you can here. Maybe rolling the shoulders underneath the back, clasping the fingers, pulling the knees in so they're no wider than the hips. Then rise up onto the toes if you want a little deeper back bend, lifting the hips a little higher, whatever feels good for you. You can hold here if this is enough for you. If you want to add a kick here, extend the left leg out and kick the leg up and down. Or maybe just holding with that left leg out somewhere if you don't want to do the kick. It's really working the backs of the legs, the glutes. And then dropping the foot down toward the floor, inhaling, lifting the hips as high as you can. Switching sides, extending the leg out, and then kicking up and down. Keeping the hips lifted, or just holding here, maybe just lifting the leg and holding. Dropping the foot down toward the floor. Inhale, lift the hips as high as you can. Exhale, round the spine, slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Bending the knees in toward the chest. Hug them in nice and close. Circle on the back. Massage the spine. If it feels good, if not, just hold. And making your way back to center. And rolling over onto one side. Make note which side you're laying on here so you don't do the same side twice. Hips toward the back of the mat, feet toward the front of the mat. Top arm can rest here in front of you or can move back behind the head if you want to challenge the core a little bit more. Lifting the top foot up, pull the belly in tight, belly toward the spine. Double kick the foot front, double kick the foot back. Keeping the belly pulled in. Bringing the feet back together, pull the belly in nice and tight, kick the top leg up and down. Just kicking at your pace with your range of motion. Bringing the feet back together, pull the belly in tight, circle the top foot forward, small controlled circles to feel the belly nice and tight, the thigh nice and tight, and then circling back. Good, bringing the feet back together, slide the top toes to the knee, extend the leg up, bring the feet back together, squeezing through the core, nice and tight. And moving the opposite direction, lift the foot up, toe to knee, sliding down. Good, bringing the feet back together. Step the top foot over the bottom leg, hand on the ankle, or rest it on the floor in front of you. Lift the bottom leg up and down. Just lifting as high as you comfortably can. And then holding the foot up here, pulsing little pulses. Circling the foot forward. And circling the foot back. Move at your pace. Dropping that bottom foot down, bring the feet back together. Make sure you still have that bend at the hips. Top arm in front of you or behind the head. Pull the belly in tight. Bicycle the top leg forward. And then bicycling back. Good, bringing the feet back together. Pull the belly in nice and tight. Make big circles with the top leg around the world. Keep the belly pulled in. And then circle the opposite direction. Good, bringing the feet back together. Rolling over onto the belly here, making a pillow with the hand. Rest the chin down on the back of the top hand or rest the forehead down. Lifting the feet up, flex the feet, turn the heels in towards each other. Maybe lifting the knees and the thighs and then pulling the heels in and out, heel beats. Just as quickly as you can. Lifting as high as you comfortably can. Dropping the feet down toward the mat, wrists under the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press back into child's pose. Let the hips just sink back toward the heels. But inhaling, making your way forward. Coming into a push-up here, just hovering over the mat. Don't flop all the way down. And then exhaling, pressing back into child's pose. Fold the mat under your knees if you need to for some padding. Inhaling forward. Exhaling, pressing back. you'd rather just stop here on the hands and knees, if that's far enough for you, that's fine too. Listen to your body. And next time you're in child's pose, just pausing there for a moment. Let the hips just sink back toward the heels. But and slowly rolling up, making your way on to the opposite side. Good hips toward the back of the mat, feet toward the front of the mat. Top arm in front of you or behind the head. Pull the belly in nice and tight, engaging the core, lifting the top foot up. Double kick front, double kick back, keeping the belly pulled and tight. Good, bringing the feet back together, pull the belly in, keep the core engaged, kick the top leg up and down, moving at your pace with your range of motion. Good, bringing the feet back together, pull the belly in tight, circle the top foot forward. And then circling back. By bringing the feet back together, slide the top toes to the knee, extend the leg up. Sorry, bring the feet back together. Moving with your breath. Good, moving the opposite direction. Lift the foot up, bring the toes to knees, sliding down. By bringing the feet back together, step the top foot over the bottom leg, hand on the ankle or the floor in front of you. Lift the bottom leg up and down, lifting as high as you comfortably can. And then holding the foot up, pulsing little pulses. And circling the foot forward. Moving at your pace, circling back. Good, dropping that bottom foot down, bring the feet back together, top arm in front of you or behind the head, pull the belly in tight, bicycle the top leg forward. And then bicycling back. Good, bringing the feet back together here, pulling the belly in tight, make big circles with the top leg. Keep the torso as still as you can. And then circling the opposite direction. Bringing the feet back together, rolling over onto the belly, making that pillow with the hands, resting the chin or the forehead down. Lift the feet up, maybe the knees, the thighs, flex the feet, turn the heels in towards each other, pull the heels in and out, heel beats. Dropping the feet down toward the mat, wrists under the shoulders, take a deep breath in. Exhale, press back into child's pose. Just pausing here, adjusting the knees, the belly, wherever you're comfortable. Walking the fingers out, stretching down the arms, the shoulders, down the back. Just let the chest sink down nice and heavy, forehead on the mat. Breathing deep breaths. Maybe touching the toes together if it's comfortable, but don't force it. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands over to the left, walking over as far as you can. Stretch down the right side of the body. Keep walking until you can't go any further. You can probably go further than you think. and then inching the fingers out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands back to center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands over to the right. Walk over as far as you can. Stretch down the left side. Inch the fingers out. Pressing out through the right hip. Sorry, left hip. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, walk the hands back to center. Walking the fingers forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come up onto hands and knees. Knees right under the hips. Walk the arms out. Let the chest sink down toward the mat for puppy dog. Chest gets nice and heavy. Maybe you touch the chin to the floor, stretching down the front of the neck. Otherwise, just rest the head wherever it's comfortable. Hips right over the knees. Take a deep breath in. And exhaling, making your way onto your belly here. Bringing the hands back behind you, grabbing onto the feet. Pull the heels in towards you. Stretch through the front of the thighs. On your next inhalation, press the feet into the hand, making your way up into bow pose or Padmasana, drawing the shoulder blades together, opening through the chest, the heart. Gaze can be forward or neck in line with the spine. Just don't droop the head down. Inhaling, lifting a little bit higher. And then exhaling, lowering back down, pulling the heels in towards you. Stretch through the front of the thighs. Inhaling, lifting one more time, making your way back up into bow, lifting as high as you can, maybe a little higher than last time. And exhaling, lowering back down, pulling the heels in towards you, stretch the front of the thighs. Drop the feet down toward the mat, making a pillow with the hands here. Just rest the head on one cheek, roll it or rock the hips side to side. Releasing that lower back. By bringing the hips back to center, lift the head, turn the head onto the other cheek, and then rocking the hips side to side. And bringing the hips back to center, and the wrists underneath the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press back, bringing the hips down toward the mat, swinging the legs around in front of you. The bottoms of the feet together, knees nice and wide. Pull the heels in, grab the toes, take a deep breath in. Exhaling, folding forward. Let the belly sink down toward the heels. Lower back stays nice and flat. Once you're about as far as you're gonna go here, relax the head and neck forward. Just make sure as you relax forward, you're not pressing into the spine. All your movement is forward here. No pressure on the spine. Maybe bringing the hands up on top of the thighs, just above the knees, pressing the knees down a little bit further, getting a little deeper stretch through the inner thighs, through the hips. And making your way back up here, rolling the shoulders down the back, keep the chest open. Then finding a comfortable seated position here. Inhale the left arm up. Let the hand drop back behind the neck or shoulders. Right hand comes up. Move the fingers towards each other. Roll the shoulders back. Reach up through the crown of the head. Sit up tall. Exhaling, maybe folding forward. You don't have to. Deepening that stretch a little bit. Keeping the fingers together. Stop wherever you need to stop. Keep the back nice and flat in this case. Don't round forward. Just leaning forward. Inhaling, making your way back up. And then exhaling, switching sides. Inhale the right arm up. Let the hand drop back behind the neck or shoulders. Left hand comes up. Move the fingers towards each other. Roll the shoulders back, open the chest, the heart, pull the belly in tight. You can stay here, or you can start folding forward here, moving the belly down toward the mat. Back stays flat, all the way up from the tailbone, the neck, the bottom of the skull, I guess. But inhaling, making your way back up. And then exhaling, dropping the hands down, bringing the hands to the knees, rolling the shoulders back. And on your next roll, just bringing the hands back behind you, fingers facing towards you. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, expand the chest. Maybe lift the hips if it's comfortable for you. Getting a little deeper back bend. On an exhalation, dropping the hips down toward the mat, bring the hands to the knees. So we'll end here with 3 deep breaths. As you inhale, the shoulders will move up toward the ears, and then as you exhale, just drop everything down. So inhaling together. And we're all finished. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. Let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you.